Maybe I started it too soon. It's being slow to start up the world, but we will be back again in a moment. Day 7. Any second now. Whee! Hey, welcome back. Hopefully the audio will be good enough. I can't shout too loud. It's late at night again. I'm doing the thing that they all do in the YouTube videos where while they're talking they just walk up and down in the game world. You know, they're not actually doing anything. They just keep walking around for some reason. I don't know why they do it. Oh, I've got some spikes. I think I should make a couple more. Well, certainly at least one more stone spear, because that one will probably wear out, or I might drop it or throw it by accident or something. So I think I'm going to have an extra spear with me. Maybe worth me chopping a few trees down. Got a little bit of food. I don't think there was anything else left there. Only the meat. I've got one learning elixir yet, but not really a lot else. In terms of boosts or bonuses, I suppose I could use that. Is that for pugilism? Oh yeah, it's only for brawling. I might use it anyway at one point or another, because I've got them knuckle wraps, so I can do a bit of punching, and it might be worth it for the extra damage. Like plus 300%, and stamina regen goes up as well. I think actually I don't need to be carrying that around with me for now. I want to try putting that on one of the walls. I might see if I can find some spots for that as well while I'm at it. And make a few more. I know they're only stone ones, but they are nice and cheap to make. And we can steadily build up a little stock of them, and it doesn't matter if I constantly miss or just use them up for a bit of extra damage. It might come in very useful. We got that blockade there. And yeah, I think I might put this other one here. I'm not really going to be able to. Some of them might be able to jump up on there. Yeah, that could sort of work. Or maybe put the other trapdoor there. But then I'm not going to have any opportunity to hit at them, because it will be blocking my line of attack, right? Rather than me just talking out loud, I'll show you what I mean. Put it unfazed like that. And you see, once it's open, yeah, it will block them. They'll have to beat their way through it, but I won't be able to take the opportunity to give them some hits. But if I put it here instead, that blocks that side, so it's probably better if it opens that way. Yeah, I know that they're going to be able to jump over there though, so that's the thing. I suppose it could slow them down a bit. Could do with some extra light in here as well. I might make some torches and put a few torches in. It doesn't matter so much at the moment while it's still daytime. It's probably just the weather changing outside. But when it gets to the night time, it would be helpful to be able to see a little bit. And without a helmet light, I can't exactly see much of anything. Yeah, they might pile up against that and jump over this edge. It might be worth me sticking a barrier over the top of that or something. Maybe I could stick some bars on here. I know this is all just terribly cheap in the sense of it's not anything robust to resist them bashing at it for very long. But this is more about just slowing everything down enough to give me a chance to do them some damage. So I can actually put it on there. So I can't use the club through that. I can shoot arrows through there, but that isn't going to be amazing the amount of damage. And that can't strike through there, but I could strike from this side. I think it's worth it. I liked it so much I bought the company, and I definitely could do with some light in here. I didn't bring the torch down with me. I'll have to make some torches up when I come back. But for now that'll do. I can't upgrade that anymore yet. Need some iron. Right, yeah. So jobs for the daytime is just search out some general loot to see if I can find anything useful before the horde starts. I wonder if I could stick bars up on this end as well. So I'll do that to there. If I put bars there, that's going to prevent them coming across this corner. They might jump up onto there, which will give me a useful avenue of attacking, plus when they're trying to do jumping, they have a higher likelihood then of like messing it up and falling off or going jelly legs or something. All just things that will help slow them down, potentially cause them to mess up in some fashion. So where would be the best use for the spikes? I suppose on here and up on. Have I blocked it all off? I have, haven't I? Even though you can't see a bloody thing 'cause there's no daylight. Look at the terrible weather. I suppose I could put them on here, which is going to stop them jumping up a bit. Or certainly slow them down a bit. Can't put them up there. Oh well. I think I might save these for up above where that walks round to that cross bit. I could also put a few downstairs as well, just to break up the pack if there is a group of them coming in. Like I could leave a cluster of spikes around the bottom of the stairs. They will end up getting destroyed, but again, it's all just a process of slowing them down and splitting them up so that I can get enough time and opportunity to use my slow, low damage attacks to wear them down and kill them. Oh, that was good. Just I'm coming outside, the sun comes out. Alright. Don't have any current quest, which makes it easier. I think done that one. That was the one with the side, like barn or shed. I think I cleared out most of that. Apart from maybe a few bits for, you've gotta say the line, when I've got a wrench. Oh, lag. Oh. I might have to start playing on another map for 5 minutes before I start this one up, so that it's got time to load in all the textures and all the assets and everything, because it seems to always chug a bit when it's first loading stuff in. I don't think I've been through that one. Or did I? That might have been the first one I went through, but I'm pretty sure if it was, there's still a few bits of loot inside it that I never got round to picking up. A chicken! Take me to your eggs. If I chase the chicken, will I find a nest with some eggs in? I know I've checked all of that area for eggs multiple times. I can't remember which way in it is for this thing. Didn't I poke some holes in the side somewhere? No? Oh, I thought I broke down some of the doors when I'd gone through it last time. Okay, maybe I haven't been through here at all. We'll soon find out. Right, unsearched. Oh, I know there's a few in here, so let's see if we can wake them up a bit. There's one. Where's your mates? Oh, look, it's right said Fred. You are no longer sexy for your shirt. Oh. Anything else in here? Not by the looks of it. Nothing up there. Definitely need some headlamp action. I think I'm going to go through and try clearing it out first. Is he still asleep? He was as well. And I didn't kill him even with sneak damage. What are you doing, you freak? What's wrong with you? Apart from being a zombie. I'm just going to go through and wake them all up and deal with all of them first. Then I'll start looting from the top end down. Yeah, I thought there was something up there. Oh! You fell over. Do you feel like a donkey? Noisy buggers. Oh, did I hear somebody else? Oh no, it was just me treading on the rubbish. Not a zombie. Man, it's rather dark in here. Hello? I come to fix your plumbing. Me plumb you good long time. Yeah, 40 times. Oh. Oh, you cheeky bugger. Anyone in? No. That's the front door, or one of them. Come on, I know you're here somewhere. Oh! Cheeky back jumper. Ah, you're up there. Do. Just cleaning house. Ta-da! Oh, missed. And yeah, I might not have enough bag space for all of this. Oh, Richie Sunak's in the house. Oh, it's already gone. Oh, what am I stood on? Oh, right. Where are you going? Come back. I'm going to shove my club up your ass. I can hear you. Where are you? You round that other side. Hello? I wonder if they're upstairs. Are they in the roof or something? Oh, there's one. Is it just him? I think it must have been just him. He's making a lot of noise. And he was all the way around that other side. So, I don't know, he maybe just was an outside spawn that heard me bashing him in here, so came in. Right, okay. So there is no upstairs at all. Right. No other pictures in here. You don't look very well, mate. Oh, you look even worse. Oh, junk. I keep forgetting I've got the proper wood axe now, or the fireman's axe. A helmet light would be nice. Steel spears, maybe eventually. Take it for at least the experience anyway. Is that an ammo pile? Yeah. More ammunition for a shotgun I don't have. That's not good. Nothing else. Is there anything up there? Looks like there is. Oh, it's alright. Bowstring. I think there might be one down the other end which you get to from the other side. Okay. Yeah. A lot of just general stuff by the looks of it. Ew, mucky bathtub. Filled. Doesn't look filled. If that's what they call full. I want my money back. No. No. Wow, some cloth. Ooh, a red shirt. Cool. That'll replace my crappy grass shirt that I've been wearing for ages. Well, since I started, because it was the one you make at the beginning. That's at least a bit better. Have I got a string on there? No. Can I put it? Oh, yeah, I can on a tier 1. Cool, okay. It's a primitive bow, but at least it's got a extra drawstring on it. I might give that a bit of a use. Let's stick it in there for now. Use them straight away. I've got one in there, but I might as well put one in there as well, so I've got one in each now. Cool. Oh. I don't think I've got any armour that I can put that into. Is that 1 or 2 slots? 2 slots, cool. I'm not too worried about the effect. They reduce noise. And what is the noise on that? 20%. So I suppose it might, drop it a bit, maybe help my stealth a little bit, but it's more just so that I'm not having to have it take up an inventory slot. Scrap that, should get some iron off that. Yeah, right, so we've got the beginnings of a little stack of iron. It's useless because I've already got a tier 3. Keep hold of that for now. Cool, some more iron ammo. Okay, well, it's all mainly just generalised stuff, but all going to be useful eventually. I think is that a breakaway? It might be. Oh, is that a weapon like one? You git. Damn. Oh well. A bit more experience. How many shotgun parts would it take to make a tier 1? Several, I think. So I don't think I could actually make that yet, but it's still not too bad to find though. I will take the few bits of extra that I can gather, just so I can build up a stock of it. I'm not going to break down things like beds or whatever, not until I've got a wrench, and then I'll come back through this place and strip it out. You any better than what I got on? No? Right, more cloth then. So was there another bag up here? Can't see one. Okay, it's so messing about. Let's do the nerd pole thing. Actually, can I stick? It's just going to be awkward in it because it's right on a doorway. No, it's just that one bag over there. Okay. Oh, get off the ladder. Alright. I just noticed how much I've damaged that already, so I'll just damage it a bit more. More smelter junk. Did they have anything up there on that shelf with them? No, don't think so. Free wood. Free cloth. I suppose all the cloth's 3 now, considering there's nobody left in the apocalypse who's going to say you can't have that. Tripod. Would be good if I had a weapon to attach it to. It's starting to get a bit encumbered already. That's alright. We're not going to be going any great distance today, just doing general looting while we wait for the horde to roll in. Still keep looking. Oh, cooking pot. coffee. Still useful. Everything's useful to a Womble. Yeah, have some of them. That's where they hid the food. Ooh, a whole tin of shamway. Oh, down here I could really do blooming light. Free wood. Free leather and wood. Free nitrates. More scrap iron. Is that over? No, one of them there looks strong, that one. Where's that on the other side? Could that be in the garage, maybe? I'll have to check that. There might be a secret cubbyhole or something, I don't remember at all. I don't bother breaking down the tables and stuff like that just because it takes too long for the amount of wood you get. It's not worth it. It's quicker to just go and chop down a tree and you get a hell of a lot more wood. I think the screen's in here as well somewhere. What's that? Food. Oh, it's the tops of tins. I thought it looked a little bit like coins or big silver coins or something. Huh? Alright, need to do a bit more scrapping. Scrapping. It helps if you select them. I thought I had actually clicked on them to select them then, but obviously not. I'll use that now. Don't really need to keep a flashlight, but might as well, I suppose. Can I build a torch with that animal fat? Yeah, I thought so. And considering I want some more for back at the grain lift, I'm going to make one now because I haven't got one in me inventory. I thought I'd still got my original one, but obviously must have put it down at some point. Right. Oh, solid. Yeah, I'll come back for that chair in just a sec. No. Could put the torch down, as in stick it to the wall, but because I'm not in my own place where the land block is, that means I wouldn't be able to pick it back up again. I thought I saw something up here. A purse, I think. Yeah. Oh, a secret purse pistol. Where is it? It's only tier 1. But that's better than me making a pipe pistol. Like I was saying in the previous episode, that's why I thought it was better to just wait until I went and did a little bit of looting and see if I could find anything. There's another bag over there. Because it's the one good thing about the loot table, even though it does become a bit samey and it doesn't develop enough in relation to your level, like it doesn't go up in terms of the value of the goods very quickly or very much, but it does give you a good general selection of stuff. It's a good random loot generator. What's that? Is that tough guy glasses? +1 fortitude. I've got no glasses on at all so far. That'll do. That should be a little bit extra health, and oh no, strength, sorry, fortitude. I suppose I could spend points in there. I was thinking about doing that anyway, either healing factor or iron gut, or pain tolerance maybe even. I don't want to spend into the combat skills of fortitude yet, because I still want to, I'd rather build up pummel piece, and primarily the intelligence is what I want to build up more than anything first. But a skirt, is it any better than the jeans I got on? No. I wouldn't mind having the dye out of you. I'll tell you what, let's just put them in there for a sec. Let's have that out, thank you. We can scrap that because the value of it is pretty pointless. And what shall we have? Let's have purple pants. Yay, purple pants. Oh, not exactly very purple, but whatever. It's all just for silliness. Right, where was that extra baggy up there? I can do it from here. No need to jump around. Don't think that's going to be better than the one I've got on at the moment though. No, only worth 18. What about if I repair you? Worth 24? 28. Yeah, it's just no. And especially considering it's one inventory slot. That's the last inventory slot I got for there. Without having to do some paring down of everything that I'm carting around. It gives me a pink dye now. Oh dear. Now you're just taking the piss, game or two. Let's have a pink bandana. Does it? No, it doesn't look pink at all. What a load of crap. I've sold a dud. Okay, more for the smelter. That's it. Oh, there was the car as well, wasn't there? And searching cars can always be a completely random hit or miss thing. Wow, what's going on with all the lead weights? Most of the time the cars are pretty crap. Where's the other side of that thing that was showing? Oh man, going so slow because I'm so encumbered. So it was round there, wasn't it? So that wall. So it's there, which I think means it must be behind this wall. Hang on. Oh, I see that. I know there's no push mechanics in this game, so I'm guessing I've just got to destroy the fridge because I don't have a wrench, I can't dismantle it. Alright, let's just finish checking these cupboards and just in case. Oh, no wrench. Okay, we're going to have to do some drastic scrappage. Reduce the amount it's worth for the smelter, but I need the empty slots. Can't pick that up. Yeah, auger. No, just more rocket lead. Okay, I'm gonna have to smash this down then. Not got a pick yet. I thought I'd found. Oh well, doing it the slow way. I hope it's something at least interesting in here. I think I've got just iron. Okay, that's all right. That'll give me enough to boost the resistance of at least one of those trapdoors. Anything up there? No. Okay. They look pretty much identical to what I've got on. They're not as good as what I've got on. Oh well. Ooh, books galore. Leather duster, oh, it's a fairly good find. It's not the double pocket mod, but leather duster's quite a good one. Probably the next best one in that series. I already know it, but it's worth 160. They're only worth 100. But it's still 100 that I don't have. I mean, I'm doing okay for money, but more money is better than no money. I mean, it's a bit of an obvious statement, but, you know. Soddy, I don't think I'm going to be really making much use of paper. I've already accumulated, I know there's more back at the base, I've already accumulated a small stack of shotgun shells and I don't have a shotgun to use it in. I wouldn't mind getting this cobblestone, but I would then require another inventory space. Don't have any immediate use for it, so okay. Thanks for the bones, love. She looked a bit under the weather, but she still gave me a bone. Come on, get up there. Just too slow. Yeah. Is there anything up on the roof with this one? No. Again, could dismantle that other stuff, but not much use yet. Not without a wrench. The magic wrench. We'll go on a hunt for a magic wrench. At the moment, it seems like it's like rocking all shit. But it's not as if I've done a massive amount of looting yet. Oh, missed. Yeah, you can keep your seeds. I only wanted the wood. Let's go back and drop off a load of this stuff. Just so that we're not encumbered. Maybe it was that building I went through, I don't know. I know I went through more than just that place. There was one other building that I half looted. I am very encumbered. I might as well shut that door. Shut that door. I could maybe put some spikes in that hole. Shut that door as well. I know it's more likely not going to stop them, but again, potentially it can slow some of them down. The other thing about this door is it wouldn't stop dogs. Hopefully though there won't be any zombie dogs, because it's only the first horde, and that's usually just a few of the lesser zombies. It's not the usual horde generation. It's like a weakened horde generation. Yeah, I think if I put those spikes here, or maybe that side would be better. Yeah, I think maybe putting them there and there. That way, if they try walking around, they're going to have to work their way through that before they can get to that beam. And if I need to get through quick, I can just run and jump over. Let me in. I've got a bag full of tat. I need to dump it. I should have upgraded those hatches while I was there. Dropping things that I want to keep for selling for now. Some of the other bits and bobs can go into here as well. I'll keep that on me and use that later. So I've got a whole stack of blooming shotgun shells and no shotgun to use it. Won't have any use for them. That might be useful. Steel knuckle parts. Be a long time before I can make steel knuckles. I don't think I'll be able to use that on a pistol. At least I doubt it very much. I'll check it just to see. Might be able to use that. Don't want them on me. Will want them. Shovel is probably not something I'm going to need. I want to make at least one more torch, maybe two. I'll tell you what, we'll do two. So that'll give me 3 to place around. Don't need that. Large beef. I'll save the food tins for now. Don't exactly... Like by the time I've eaten that bacon and eggs, that should put me close towards the top and should last at least until I start getting hungry again, which will be the next day. Alright, I've already got a few iron arrows. 25, that's not too bad, I suppose. At least give me some option for a bit more heavy hit if needed. Right, now I've got 6 cornbread. I think that could make 1 cornbread. Yeah, I thought I'd already made a cooking pot, so that could be smelted down and instead. And that brass and lead went through quick. Yeah, stick that in there. We'll need a few more, and I've still got some in there. Oh, didn't realise I had that there as well. Right. I'd forgotten about that. So, cornbread. It's 1 for 1, but it uses clean water. Okay, oh, that one. Do all 3. 27 seconds. Nearly. Okay. I'll get that going. I can do at least 3 cornbread, unless have I got any other dirty water or clean water. No, okay. One. And then back we go. 108. Okay. missing? Oh, cloth. Duh. Duh. Another 40 seconds. Make 2 more torches. I definitely want them on me. Keep that on me in case I need to break down a whole space. Probably don't need that in my hand. Could certainly shift that out the way. We'll need space to put the pistol as well, won't we, of course. Cool. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit extra. Could probably eat them now and then save the bacon and eggs until just before the horde is due to start. 10 food, and what are we at the moment? 67 and 106, yeah, so I can eat all of them now. And that'll push my hunger up to near enough full again. Right, you can have that back. I'm going to use a repair kit on this, even though it's only tier 1. It's just the fact that it's a usable firearm, and I've got no other usable firearm at the moment. Let's see if I can stick them in there. I know the weapons will, but I doubt the foregrip will. I've got nothing else that could be of any use. Yeah, no to the tripod, no to the foregrip. At least it gives it a little bit more damage. That's all I was worried about, like being able to have some kind of mod that would go into it. A little bit more damage. And in which case, I'll keep the pipe for desperation. I don't really like them because they're really slow to strike with, even though you'd think it works the same as a club, which is fairly quick. I'll show you what I mean, it's the easiest thing to do. But it does have a good power attack. If you've got the stamina, it's better to use the power attack with this thing. But we shall see. Right, I think it's only going to be 2 clips worth. No, it's 1 clip. So I've got 1 clip of usable ammo. Oh well, it is what it is. Right, want that for doing the hatches, stick that down. I'll take that with me. Do I have any pipes? I do, so I can repair this thing. It might be worth at least a bit of money. 68, is that it? Whatever. Yeah, keep all of that on me for now. And we'll want to put them in hand. Click on it, thank you. My mouse has been weirdly slow. And you know, just making excuses for why I end up getting killed. We'll have that, we'll have a spare spear just in case. Not going to need any food stuff. I'll come back for that if I really need it. Yeah, I think I'll save them considering I've got a couple of medical bandages. I've got no medikit. That's not so good. Maybe I ought to have that with me then, just in case. All I've got is painkillers and a splint. Right, okay. I don't really want to use them if I can help it. You can use sewing kits to sew lacerations. Say it. Lacerations. So sometimes if you've got no medikits, it could be worth having them with you, but as I've only got 2 of them, I don't want to waste them because they are essential for making pocket mods. Loaded up with stone for now. That of course is loaded. I've got no other mods to put in that. And these I'm gonna revert them to a standard block mod, ready for if I need to do any crazy nerd polling. It's almost time. Let's have one there, and I will put 3. Okay, that'll do. Oh, lift it shut already, okay. That's a bit high. That's still a bit high, stop it. There you go. Rub your knees. Come on, you can do it. Grading it while they're hitting it. Get down. No standing on the gate allowed. Oh, she's a leaper. Forgot to take me learning elixir. Get out of it. You're not allowed this side of the barrier. Take your ankles out. Oh, thank you. Free stuff. Oh, he fell over. In your head, son. Getting a bit of a... How am I managing to hit the side from there? Sounded like they were next to me then. That's the only problem with this spear, it's just too slow. Doesn't do enough damage. Oh, never know. She wasn't happy with the service down there. What are you doing? Crazy zombie. Oh. Come on, reload. Oh, that's way too slow. Oh. Get out of it. Did he just walk straight through the door then? Oh, he must have climbed over like the other ones did. Oh, no. My door might need a bit of repairing. Hang on, love. Be with you in a minute. I just need to fix up some stuff, alright? Hey. Do you like me stick? This just for you. One of my arrows. Another arrow. What are you doing down there? You're all playing around down there, were you? Cheeky fucker. Oh. He hit me a bit hard then. I've been fatigued. Yeah, out of it. Take your knees out. There you go. Oh, where are you? I can hear you. Can you hear me door? You gonna come in? No? Wasn't expecting him to just not come in at all. Oh, I suppose I could take the time, do some repairs. Alright. I'll tell you what. Is it right or left click first? It's left click. Oh, it throws it. Oh! It just had to happen. I don't know if that works. Yeah, it does. Okay. That was not a good start with the Molotov option. I see somebody crawling around up there then. Oh, it can't be. You can't get up there. It must have been that shadow off a tree. I think I'll save the Molotovs for a different base design. That's it, show me your head. I'm confused as to why they keep getting hung up on the building and not coming up the stairs. They don't usually have that much trouble finding stairs. There you go. Take out their knees. Make them lean forward. Show you the head. Try not to hit your own door. Oh. I might have to put a lid up there. Let's see, can we get one of the half blocks? Not on face, just... Yeah, let's try the simple. No, it doesn't give you the inverted for the simple. I'll stick that there. Just turn it to wood, that'll do. Come on, you can't be all done already. I know it's gone midnight. Anybody there? I'm sure I can hear somebody out there. But just make sure all of these are up to full. Considering I ain't got that many hit points at the moment. Can I use one of them? No. We'll use one of them. Yeah, lots of footsteps, but are they all stuck behind this wall? Come on. Here you all are. I wonder where you'd all got to. Get off my ladder, you cheeky. Oh. There you go. Ha ha. Oh, how can you miss at that range? Oh, I mean, Ali nearly jumped all the way up then. Do horde zombies have a higher jump distance capability or something? I'm thirsty. Oh, it's because of those painkillers. It's the only thing we're using the painkillers to drain your thirst level. Just you left, love. In your leg. Alright. Okay, can I have all my arrows back? Well, some of them at least. And I think that's it. Before I keep moving. So I'll have a look at here while I'm here, considering the only zombies that spawned on Horde night are the Horde zombies. All the others get despawned before the Horde starts, so you got no external wandering zombies. There will be still zombie positions inside a POI. So if you be quiet with your thunder. If you go in a POI and start looting a POI, then the zombies that are in there will spawn. But there's no random external spawns. I've already been through here, I've not yet, because that was one quest location. Huh? I think that was mainly, maybe 2 waves, possibly. I think it was certainly more than 1, but it didn't seem like there was 3. It's supposed to be, oh, that's not too bad. What robot book did we get? Tech junkie, robotic weapons do 10%, that's alright. And powered drawbridge, that's useful. But much later in the game though. It takes a fair bit of base setup to be able to really make use of one of them. Wow, thank you. Yeah. Let's have a quick look around, see if there's anything else I can grab up while we are without any zombies spawning. And I survived that fairly easily. It is only on oh, where did you come from? You're running a bit fast. That must mean you're a horde zombie. Did I speak too soon? Have it started spawning more? Or were you just lagging behind all the others? Like maybe you got stuck somewhere. I'll tell you what, let's go that direction then and have a quick look around in case there's any more of them. Yeah, I am just looting any old trash because it all has a tiny chance to spawn something worthwhile. Oh, 2 Bernies. This counts as like a POI, so they're not a random external spawn. So I wonder your skin doesn't just fall off when they hit you. Oh, I don't know if that's a live one. I know there is one version of this intersection thing that has a live mine next to it. It might be this one. But I'm not going to risk finding out. Not until I get the mine safety book. There is one book, I can't remember which series it's in. Maybe Urban Survival, I think. But there's one book that shut up. It disables the landmines basically. It stops them from exploding if you tread on them. Zombies can still tread on them though, so it doesn't make you completely safe from landmines. It's just that you won't set them off if you tread on them. That's somewhat useful. May never use that, but still. That's alright, I suppose. It's free loot, it's wonderful. All free loot is wonderful. Do I drink it or do I save it to make more cornbread? I might save it. Just use another one of these for now. I might as well eat my bacon. Eat my bacon now because my health food bar's gone down a fair bit. I don't want to go inside because it will set off a POI. I was just looking to mooch around the outside to see what I could grab. Oh, there's the morning chimes. So there you go, that's first horde night, number 7, or day 7, done. And my terribly basic defences worked for a while. They probably would have worked for the entire night. I could have just stayed back there and not come out at all, and it probably would have been okay. Just like hide in the corner or something and wait for the night to end. That's okay, I suppose. Blueberries ain't much use at the moment. If I can get, oh, there's 6 there, yeah, so if I get 5 of them I can generate a seed. That's alright. Yeah. Coal, useful. Already made one of them because I got fed up waiting to find one. Nothing else. Nothing in the drinks cabinet. That was alright. Oh, see, now all the randos have started respawning again. Up here, Maybe I can get one more level before I get back home. Means I will be going a bit over the hour, but then we're already over the hour. It's already 10 minutes over the hour. I thought it'd go a bit longer, just simply being horde night. It still doesn't seem to be the time correctly. Like, it's supposed to be an hour a day, and I'm only starting the recording when I start the map up, so if I play through one day, the recording should end up at about an hour, and yeah, it's always a bit over that, so it's not that I'm exactly bothered if it takes a few minutes more than an actual hour. It's going to take a little while to run home, and all I'm going to do is run back to the base and dump all this stuff off that I found, because I'm going to try and stick to the 1 day per episode. So apart from grabbing a few bits like that, once I get back in the base and empty my bags, that'll be the end of this episode. The first horde night. I was going to say herd night, and I mean herd of undead zombies probably is, you know, more appropriate these days. That's with standard default settings near enough, apart from I reduce the damage they do to blocks, and that might have made a little difference when there was a little cluster of them and they'd started jumping over and stuff. They might have been able to destroy this if I'd left it at default settings for the damage that they do, but considering I was doing okay keeping it repaired and dealing with them at the same time, I doubt they would have got through it. So it's not exactly different from default settings. Remember, that is only on I think it's called Adventurer, the default difficulty settings. It's not exactly very difficult, and you just need a little bit of preparation to deal with a basic horde like that. It's just 1, maybe 2 waves that it will spawn. The next one on day 14 will be more of a pressure test, because it will spawn several waves. It will probably keep doing it for most of the night. You'll certainly get several waves anyway. If you manage to clear them all out before the night ends, then all well and good. But oh shit, I remember I got to jump now, haven't I? Because I put the spikes there. I'm glad I was able to jump that. It would not have made a good end to the video if I'd fell in that hole. Probably would have been fairly typical, but wouldn't have made a good end to the video, yeah. Alright, let's do some quick inventory depositing, just so that I'm not confused next time I turn the game on. I think, well, I've got all this stuff in my pockets. That can be smelted, that can be smelted. Maybe smelt that, I'll leave it in there for now. If I find some other parts to be able to maybe potentially make a mini bike, or even the cement mixer, I'm not sure if the cement mixer needs a battery though. I can't remember the recipe. It might do. Scrap that. And we'll leave that in there as well. More crossbow bolts. Oh, I forgot to scrap them as well. While they're do the bits that go in here. cat food I can eat now. The beer I'm going to keep again. I clicked the wrong sleep. Keep the spare. Shift that. Leave them in there. Can I make that yet? Oh no, it is still locked. I was going to say I wasn't sure if it opened up on tier 1. It's probably going to be tier 2. Where are we? Moving off the land. Level 3. Level 3 is for berries and vegetables. Yeah, I thought that might be why. Okay. Well, eat that straight away. More scrappage. 3 more cornbread I will make in the beginning of the next video. But if I leave them there, I'll remember that I've got them. Let's just put that away. Just can't do anything with them for now. Okay. That can go in there. Yeah. Alright, spare weaponage. Dooby-dooby-doo. Have I got a vitamin to cure my fatigue? You use green, well they're like them but they've got green colour rather than blue on them. Use them for curing fatigue. I haven't got any, so just have to leave it. Hour and 38 minutes, whatever. I know I gained at least 1 level. Yeah, I'm on fire. When you get caught on fire, just use a liquid like water, or I use that Java, not Java, is it? What it yucca juice, and that puts the flames out in a weird kind of fashion. Yeah, you drink some liquids and that douses the flames. Because I got 2 level 2 experience points out of that. Because I know I had. Oh no, I did have 1 before, and yeah, so I only gained 1 level. Not far off the next one though. But I'm worried about what I'm going to spend it on next time. I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, folks. And I'm going to carry on and look for another place to build a base into, ready for dealing with the next week's horde. And hopefully it will be as successful as that one, and we'll just bash them all, and bash them, and bash them, and bash them. But until then, I'll see you later. Catches! Click the button.